just left the workplace. It's 1:45. At 4:30, in about 2 hours' time, I need to make sure that she's ready. She's graduating from preschool and going to what she calls big school. She's going to primary school. It's very rare to find a guy in their mid-20s, late 20s, taking care of a girl child and doing it by themselves. And the biggest challenge is that you learn as you go.
Only 4 out of 10 black children under the age of 15 live with their fathers.
It's a privilege right now in South Africa for a child to have both parents and to have those parents being a mom and a dad. It's a norm instead that you're going to grow up in a family where there's only one parent. It's not so much about what type of family constellation you have. It's more about what's happening in that family environment that's more important.
Umpulusa will be starting grade R this year, and her dad has chosen a former Model C school for her education.
When I'm unavailable, I work a very hectic job. I mean, sometimes I've got shifts that push me for 12, 14 hours, and I'm unable to drop her off at school and sometimes pick her up. My sister does that for me very well. She goes and helps. Right now, she's also helping with ironing her dress, which is good. She's going to wear on her graduation, something that I would be unable to do.
To be done now.
Zani is going to start working next year, so I need a nanny. She's going to need help with homeworks. She's going to need, to be fed, prepare proper food for her. Being a single dad and raising a child, not to mention a girl child for that matter, it's not an easy job. I'm busy preparing her for her graduation, which is going to be happening in about an hour and a half from now.
There's quite a lot of research that shows that if there is a father or a father figure, it doesn't have to be the father or man in the household, whoever, who takes an interest in the child, that has enormously good effects for children in terms of cognition. Girls' self-esteem goes up, and boys are less aggressive. I
was fortunate enough to be raised by a single dad as well. So you don't need a nuclear family for a child to be raised in a well-mannered way. There's just one thing that is needed, and that is the care and the love from both parents, whether they're together or not, but just so that she has a good support system.
If you are a family, even if it's a broken family, no matter how broken it is, if there's one caring adult within that family, be it a grandmother or an aunt or a cousin, if they are responsible to oversee the development of the child, that child stands a better chance. So it's more about creating a network for yourself and not trying to parent the child on your own.
Then there are the unschoolers who choose to do it on their own. Knowledge isn't imposed on their children, but rather the child leads their own education in the home environment.
And my son Casper. And this is Nyama. Humans are the only animals who send their children to be raised by institutions. Unschooling is learning from life. We learn as we live. We learn when we're cooking. We learn when we're banking. We learn when we're shopping for groceries. We learn when we're planting garlic. We learn when we're composting. We learn when we're recycling. Unschoolers are very aware of what goes on in the environment, and they're little environmentalists.
And what do you think about being at home and this whole idea of unschooling?
Less boring.
Why?
I'd rather do this than sit around and draw. Well, it's not really drawing, it's just multiplying and stuff. And really, it didn't help much. As soon as I learned something, I forgot the next day.
Okay. This is a more natural way for humans to be moving and climbing trees and playing in the wild, in the jungle, than to be sitting at a desk all day.
You need to pay to go to school and learn, but you don't need to pay to just learn naturally. So it's really kind of like a free.
You don't need many resources. Children learn by playing with sticks and stones and leaves. Children learn from gardening. What you do need is a lot of yourself. You need to give a lot of yourself to your child. A lot of time, attention. Most of these books come from the dump, and so we haven't really paid any money for them. So getting a full library is actually quite inexpensive, and you also get donations of books from family and friends if you're lucky. What unschoolers do is when they're interested in something, they immerse themselves in the subject.
That's a dinosaur.
It's a T-Rex.
So we've got dinosaur toys, we've got dinosaur movies.
This is the small one. It's more scary, isn't it? Triceratops.
He draws dinosaurs, we paint dinosaurs, we play dinosaurs.
What do you know about crocodiles?
They survived at a time with the dinosaurs, and they survived the dinosaur extinction.